For 7 long years, terror gripped the land. Israel was afraid. Every harvest, enemy raiders swarmed like a plague of locusts, stealing their food, destroying their homes, and crushing their hope. It felt like a nightmare with no end. In the middle of all this despair, God was looking for a warrior. And he found Gideon. Not on a battlefield, but hiding in a winepress, secretly threshing wheat, just trying to save a little grain for his family. He was a man who saw himself as small, insignificant, the least in his family from the weakest of all the tribes. But then, an angel appeared and spoke words that would change everything. "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Gideon probably looked around, confused, thinking, "Surely, you must be talking to someone else." He was filled with doubt, but God saw something Gideon couldn't see in himself, a strength waiting to be unleashed. Gideon needed proof. He asked for signs, and God, in his patience, gave them. Feeling a stir of courage, Gideon gathered an army 32,000 men, ready to fight. But God's plan was different. He told Gideon, "You have too many men." So anyone who was afraid was sent home. 22,000 left. Only 10,000 remained. But God said again, "There are still too many." He led them to a river and tested them by how they drank the water. In the end, only 300 were left. 300 men against an enemy as numerous as the sand on the seashore. This was no longer about Israel's strength. It was about to become a demonstration of God's power. That night, armed with the strangest of weapons, trumpets, clay jars, and side them, Gideon led his tiny band of 300 to the edge of the massive enemy camp. The valley below was filled with soldiers and camels, an overwhelming sight. Then, at Gideon's signal, a sound shattered the silence. The jars were smashed. Torches blazed into the night. 300 trumpets blasted a single, deafening note. And a thunderous cry erupted from every direction, a sword for the Lord and for Gideon. In the enemy camp, pure chaos exploded. They were ambushed, surrounded, terrified. In their confusion, they turned on each other, fighting their own men and fleeing into the darkness. 300 men. One faithful God, a victory that was absolutely impossible by human standards. Through this, Gideon learned a profound truth that echoes for us today. God isn't looking for the strongest, the most qualified, or the most confident people. He simply looks for a willing heart, and he provides the strength. Your weakness is not your disqualification. It's the perfect stage for God's power to be displayed. So when fear whispers, "You're not enough," let faith roar back, "But God is." Thanks for watching. If this story encouraged you, please like and subscribe for more.